Assalamualaikum dear students, welcome back to the online mode of learning. I am your instructor Mehpara Nadeem, and this class is for MPA 4th morning. So the course is governmental auditing, and we were discussing chapter number 3, kinds of audit. Already we have discussed auditing, kinds of auditing, and we discussed continuous audit, characteristics of continuous audit, and applications of continuous audit, also some advantages and disadvantages of continuous audit, and some precautions of continuous audit. So today we are going to discuss about the final audit. What is final audit? What are the advantages and disadvantages of final audit? And then we are going to discuss interim audit. So discussing final auditing, or we can say periodic auditing. What is periodic auditing or final auditing? Basically, final auditing, or we can say it is a balance sheet audit also. So final audit or the periodic audit is started when the books of accounts are closed at the end of the year. ये तब start होता है जब हमारी books of accounts जो होती हैं वो साल के end में close हो जाती हैं, और ये साल के end में start होता है. So it is the most satisfactory form of audit from the point of view of an auditor. Auditor के point of view से ये जो काफ़ी satisfactory जो है ये audit होता है, because in this audit there is a 100% checking of the accounts, and in case if the business has an effective and proper internal control system, then this audit sampling is also possible in auditing, final auditing. So there are some other definitions as well of final auditing, as R.J. Williams basically says that final audit is one which is not commenced until after the books have been closed at the end of the financial year. इसका मतलब ये है कि हमारा जो फाइनल ऑडिट है वो तब तक कमेंस नहीं किया जाता जब तक कि हमारी बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स जो हैं वो क्लोज नहीं हो जाती. और वी कैन से दैट फाइनल ऑडिट is not commenced towards the end of the financial year and carries through to the completion after the end of the year. Also, there are some characteristics of final auditing. Discussing the characteristics of final auditing, basically final auditing, in one session an auditor makes only one visit. So we can say that in final auditing, in one session an auditor makes only one visit. So this is basically a very important characteristic of final auditing, and in this type of audit it can be conducted on both the large and small types of businesses. So this is another characteristic of final auditing, and it is conducted when the accounting period ended. So this type of auditing is conducted when the accounting period is ended, and in this audit the auditors can do test checking as well, and we can say that it is conducted to report to the shareholders. So this is also a very big characteristic of final auditing, that it is conducted to report to the shareholders. Also, this audit is completed on a very short period. So these are some characteristics of final auditing. So moving forward to the advantages of final auditing. First advantage of final auditing or periodic auditing, or we can say balance sheet auditing, is economical. It is very economical. The final auditing is beneficial for the business, and the auditor can complete the work in time, and he can charge fee on the basis of time spent, and the audit is economical for the client's point of view as well. So this is a very big advantage of final auditing. Next advantage is the staff duties. This audit work is started after the completion of accounting work, and there is no clash among duties of accounting and the audit staff. So the accounting staffs always remain busy for 1 year, but the audit is started after the end of the accounting work. So that is the reason there is no clash among the duties of accounting and audit staff. Next is that it is convenient for management. Basically, the benefit of final audit is that it is convenient for management as well as audit staff. So it is convenient for audit staff, and it is also convenient for the management, and the auditors can start and complete audit in one session. Also, the queries can be cleared on the same day. Next advantage is minimum time period. So the time required for financial audit is less as compared to the continuous audit, and the auditors can start and complete many duties, and they can raise their income by means of new audit work. So that is the reason it is we can say that minimum time period is also an advantage of final audit. Next is the planned work. So the work of audit is completed under planning, and the audit program basically provides the schedule of time for audit work, and according to the planned work the auditor can control the audit of many business units. So this is also a big advantage of final audit. Next advantage is the work continuity. The flow of audit work goes on without any break from start till its completion, and the continuity of work is beneficial for audit staff to clear their questions, and the doubts become clear on the same day. Next advantage is no changes in figures. Basically, the benefit of final audit is that change in figure is not possible, and the audit work starts after the completion of entities and or we can say entries, and the books are in the custody of auditors, so manipulation is not easy after completion of accounts. Then it is also beneficial for small business. Basically, the final audit is useful for small business units, and the fee charged by auditor is less as compared to continuous audit, and the small income of business can affordable for small audit fee as well. Next important advantage is we can say that there are no relations in final audit. So we can say the merit of final audit is that it provides no chance to audit staffs to develop friendly relations with accounting staff, and the accounting staffs are not in a position to get undue benefit from audit staff as well. So this is also a good advantage of final auditing. Next is the full information in auditing. Final auditing it is useful as it provides full information about business matters, and the auditor can take decisions on the spot for completion of audit works and submission of audit reports. So that is the reason this is an advantage of final audit. And the next advantage is thorough checking. Basically, the benefit of final audit is that there is thorough checking of accounting records, and there may be cent% checking of or we can say sampling. So in both cases there is a thorough checking. Next advantage is about the legal requirements. The final checking is useful to check that legal requirements have been observed in completing the accounting or the accounting work, and the management is responsible for legal requirements. So that is the reason it is also a very big advantage of final auditing. Next advantage is performance. Basically, the benefit of financial or final audit is that performance of audit improves, and the auditor can determine the weaknesses of all employees including the management, and when weakness is eliminated there is better performance. So that is the reason we can say performance is also an advantage in final auditing. Next, we have some disadvantages of final auditing as well. Uh, so the first disadvantage is late correction. Basically, the demerit of financial audit is that errors are located after the end of the year. So the corrections of error takes time. So long errors are not corrected, the accounts and the accounts are incomplete in this. So this is a very big disadvantage. Also, accounts are delayed in this. So the demerit, or we can say the disadvantage of final audit, is that delay occurs in the preparation of accounts, and the accounting staffs are unable to close its accounts exactly at the end of the year, and there is a delay in finalizing the accounting matters. So this is also a disadvantage. Next disadvantage is the audit report. So the demerit or disadvantage of final audit is that report is not presented in time, because or it may be submitted 1 or 2 months late, and the decisions are to be made on the basis of audited accounts. So that is the reason audit report is a demerit of or disadvantage of final audit. And in final auditing, low morale check is also a drawback. So the drawback of final audit is that it has less moral pressure on employees of business concerns, and the audit staffs come after 1 year, and the employees are free to commit errors and frauds for 12 months. The next demerit is the planned frauds. So the disadvantage of final audit is that planned frauds are not detected, and the employees have 1 full year at their disposal to think, plan and commit frauds, and the audit may fail to discover frauds in this. Also, the past data is also a demerit of final audit, because the audit of accounts relates to the previous year facts and figures, and the past year is a past of history. Whether there were errors or frauds in the books of accounts, it has no concern with present or future. So this is also a demerit. And thorough checking is also a drawback. So the drawback of final audit is that there may not be thorough checking, because audit sampling may be used to complete work, and in this case errors and fraud may not be located or seen. Next demerit is the planning for future. Basically, the budgets and estimates for future may not be prepared in time, and as the audit work is started after the end of the accounting year, so it takes time to check the accounting records, and the audit work is completed late. So the projected income statements, balance sheet and budgets may be prepared late. So these are the some we can say disadvantages of final audit. So we today discussed about the final and periodic audit, or we can say balance sheet audit today. So I wanted to talk about interim audit today as well, but I think I will be discussing about interim audit in next lecture, because it will get a big hectic for you to differentiate between different audits. So that is the reason I will be discussing about interim audit in the next lecture. For now, this is enough, and I am very disappointed by you people, because मैंने जो आप लोगों की assignments ली हैं वो बहुत कम है. मुझे ये समझ नहीं आई कि आप लोग असाइनमेंट्स पे क्यों नहीं काम कर रहे हैं. प्रेजेंटेशंस पे तो ऑब्वियसली काम नहीं हो पाया, तो असाइनमेंट्स एटलीस्ट आप लोग मुझे सेंड करें, क्योंकि मुझे सेशनल्स जो हैं वो अकॉर्डिंग टू द योर असाइनमेंट्स आई हैव टू मार्क. सो it is very necessary for me to have your assignments. Also, I am marking your presence or your present on the basis of assignments as well. So what you need to do is to be very conscious about your attendance, also about your assignments as well. A book, I have told you before that I am following auditing by Muhammad Arshad. So I hope that you all people have this book available with you. If still you don't have this book available, you can ask me about the chapters. I will send you the screenshot of the chapters as well. लेकिन मैं आप लोगों को फिर भी ये बोलूँगी कि बुक जो है वो आप लोग ले लें, क्योंकि इसी बुक को ही हम फॉलो कर रहे हैं. ऑल्सो मैंने असाइनमेंट्स का जो आपको बताया हुआ था, वो असाइनमेंट्स जो लेट हो गए हैं वो अभी मुझे सेंड कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि मैंने अभी मार्क नहीं किया. इन नेक्स्ट क्लास आई एम गोइंग टू मार्क योर सेशनल्स. सो सेंड मी योर असाइनमेंट्स एज सून एज़ पॉसिबल. आप लोग सारे जो हैं, क्योंकि मैंने पहले भी कई दफ़ा बताया कि आपने ये जो असाइनमेंट्स हैं ये सारी सेंड करनी है अपने CR को. प्लीज़ काइंडली ग्रुप में सेंड ना किया करें. CR को सेंड के CR कंपाइल करके मुझे जो है वो सेंड कर देंगे मेरे ईमेल आईडी पे. तो आप लोग CR को सेंड करें या GR को सेंड करें अपनी असाइनमेंट्स. मुझे डायरेक्टली नहीं भेजें, क्योंकि मैं अपने मोबाइल में उसको चेक नहीं करती, मैं उसको ईमेल पे ही चेक करती हूँ ऑन लैपटॉप. सो दैट इज़ ऑल फॉर टुडे. वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इंटरिम ऑडिट इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर, एंड ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर यू. थैंक यू सो मच.